Most men live their entire lives inside a lie, not because they are stupid, not because they are weak, but because the truth is uncomfortable. The world you were taught to believe in, the one about fairness, honesty, and logic, is not the world that actually decides who wins and who loses. There is a moment in every man's life when reality splits in two: the life before you understand power, and the life after. Once you see it, you can never unsee it. And today, I'm going to show you the rules they never teach, the rules powerful men study quietly while publicly denying they exist. This is not motivation. This is not morality. This is the operating manual for the untouchable. Society survives by feeding people comforting lies. Lies like, be good and things will work out. Hard work is always rewarded. Everyone plays fair. But power does not run on comfort. It runs on leverage. The moment you start studying how influence actually works, you're told you're becoming cynical, manipulative, even evil. That's intentional, because ignorance is easier to control than awareness. CEOs study negotiation and dominance. Politicians study perception and fear. Generals study deception and sacrifice. But the average man is told, just be nice, just be honest, just trust the system. That is not virtue, that is obedience. And obedience is profitable, just not for you. One of the most dangerous lies ever sold is this: that humans are rational beings. They are not. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago when he wrote, "Men judge more by the eye than by the hand. People don't choose what is true, they choose what feels right. Facts don't move crowds, stories do, images do, fear does, status does. You can win every argument logically and still lose socially, because when logic clashes with emotion, logic dies every time." The man who understands this stops arguing. He stops explaining. He starts shaping perception. He doesn't prove he's right. He makes people feel he's right. And the room follows. Remove the language of morality and politeness, and you are left with one ancient rule: the strong take, the weak are taken from. Weakness is not neutral. It is an invitation. Predators don't seek strength. They seek compliance. A man who cannot defend his reputation, his boundaries, his family, is not kind. He is a liability. Society tells you to be harmless and calls it virtue. But Machiavelli was clear: if you cannot be both loved and feared, it is safer to be feared. Love is conditional. Love fades. Love betrays. Fear respects boundaries. The goal is not cruelty. The goal is capability, to be dangerous, and disciplined enough not to abuse it. There is a difference between being nice and being good. Nice men avoid conflict. They seek approval. They apologize for existing. Good men stand firm. They tolerate discomfort. They say no without guilt. Niceness without strength is not kindness. It is weakness disguised as virtue. Women don't respect it. Leaders don't trust it. Predators exploit it. History's great leaders were generous, but never at the expense of their authority. Strength comes first. Kindness is a choice that follows. If you are incapable of harm, your goodness means nothing. Loyalty is not devotion. It is a contract. Blind loyalty is not noble. It is slavery. The strong are generous with commitment, but ruthless about withdrawing it when it's no longer returned. Trust is not stone. It is glass. It exists only while both sides benefit. Weak men beg for trust. Strong men engineer it. Through consistency, through controlled image, through predictable strength. Never build your survival on trust alone, because trust in the wrong hands becomes a leash. A man without a reputation is already dead. Your reputation is armor. It protects you when you're not in the room. It speaks before you do. Oversharing is not authenticity. It is self-sabotage. Power requires strategic silence. If you want to be seen as competent, stop complaining. Present solutions. If you want to be seen as valuable, practice scarcity. Don't always be available. If you want to be seen as powerful, never explain your decisions to people who don't affect your life. Mystery creates respect. Clarity invites challenge. Peace is an illusion. Conflict never ends. It only changes form. It exists in careers, in relationships, in social hierarchies. Machiavelli warned, war cannot be avoided, only postponed to your enemy's advantage. The smart man prepares during peace. So he doesn't bleed during war, Be the fox to detect traps, be the lion to deter attack. When predators see preparation, they look elsewhere. Once you understand these rules, there is no going back. Smiles look different. Virtue looks strategic. Silence looks powerful. This knowledge is a weapon. In the hands of the weak, it creates paranoia. In the hands of the disciplined, it creates freedom. You are no longer a pawn. You see the board. And once you see the board, you are no longer touchable. If this changed how you see the world, subscribe. Because ignorance is expensive.